Alright, so welcome to Watercolor Wednesdays, where each Wednesday I show or I make a watercolor drawing, art, or piece for you guys and teach you, or show you actually, how to use watercolors with different techniques, and also give you different tricks and tips, as well as showing you the different supplies that I use. So this time I am making Polaroid paintings. I have 4 of them, and this is my first one. So I got this, I saw somebody's, I think, picture on Instagram or Pinterest, I don't know, but it was like, you know, a drawing like a Polaroid picture. It had a border like a Polaroid, and it wasn't an actual photograph, it was an art piece. So I was like, let's do that because that looks cool. So I sketched out my different pictures that I wanted, and this one I thought of making it, you know, a bit more detailed than the rest. It has different objects you will see, but overall I didn't really put in much time into all of these. Like, they are just basic drawings, basic sceneries, and it's nothing like too complicated. And you can see I am still using my watercolors that I have been using in my previous videos, and I ordered new watercolors, but they are supposed to arrive today. So if they had arrived yesterday, I would have used them, but sadly I didn't receive them. So yeah, but it's fine. Like I said, these work pretty good. So yeah, so just in case you guys can't tell what this is right now, because I think you guys probably can't at this point. So in this photograph you see a window, and through the window we see a room, and I know you probably cannot tell at this point. I can, because I've been looking at this like since yesterday, but yeah. So it's just a window, there's a room. Now I'm coloring in the glass of the window. The white part is the frame at the moment. So yeah. You can see a plant inside as well, sitting on the windowsill. Yeah. It looks fine. It's fine. It's fine. There's the door right there. So yeah, it'll start looking like a window pretty soon. But yeah, so initially I was just gonna, I don't know, I wanted a brick wall in there. So that's what sort of like inspired this whole thing. And then I also wanted to draw a plant in a pot. And then I'm like, okay, how about I make a window, an open window with a plant. And then I'm like, okay, I can make stuff inside too. So I started making stuff inside. The door, there's a table, that blue thing is a table inside. And yeah. So I did want the window panes to be white, but then I was like, it won't really look that nice, you know. Not unless it was properly made, and you know, if I had put in all the details into the window as well as you know, the whole thing. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make it purple. So here I am adding in purple color with my really fine tip brush, and yeah. So I mean, at least this way you can, you know, differentiate between the window and everything else, because if it was white it wouldn't have worked out. So there I am. I cannot find words today. I don't know what to say. The other day I just kept talking and talking, but yeah. So yeah, so right, so I used the washi tape. That's washi tape. I used it on all corners for my, you know, so for like multiple purposes. One was that so it could have a border, you know, so the paint doesn't get out of the area and then go on to the borders. The second reason was for it to stay flat while I was watercoloring it, because once you put water on it, it starts to fold over, and the paper starts to fold over. So that's annoying. So the best thing to do is, you know, like tape it down. And that's what I did. So now you can see everything much more clearer, because, you know, you have the outlines, you have the little small details. I made the brick wall look like a brick wall. And even like the table, you can tell it's a table, even though it sort of kind of looks like a TV, like the old-fashioned TVs. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's a table with a black lamp on. Like I said, I didn't put much effort. I didn't put too much details in it. And it wasn't supposed to be, you know, it's just like you're like standing outside of the window, or you're somewhere far and you just take a picture, you know. It's just simple things. Sometimes you have to take life easy, you know. You just gotta take things in their simple manner. So yeah, and then I'm just putting some final touches in. I did shade the bricks, you know, with a darker tone, and I'm just like, you know, touching up everything. So inside on the wall, it's, you know, that girl whose ever room, or the guy, or whose ever room that is, they have like decorations, pictures or something, and that's it. And I put highlights with my white gel pen, of course. So yeah, so my second picture is this one. Oh my god, I love doing this. I love doing the watercolor wash. It feels so good. And yesterday, that's all I wanted to do. I took a bigger piece of my, you know, sketchbook, a bigger piece of paper, and that's all I did. Just made a background, and I didn't do anything else. But yeah, so this piece is supposed to be like a desert, starry night sky, desert scene. Initially I was going for a morning, but then when it came to coloring the sky, I was like, you know, purple would look nice. A bit of purplish sky would look nice, especially with the color of the sand and the desert. So that's what I did. So I was trying to get like different shades of the, you know, sand and the dirt and everything, because I wanted to be able to, you know, differentiate between the different layers. So that's what you see me doing. I keep on putting different layers and different shades of the colors, just to make those two different layers, you know, seem different. So yeah, I mean, I like it. I like the colors a lot. And this one, I think this might be my favorite one out of all of them. Why am I saying might? This is my favorite one out of all of them. Again, if you look at it, it's a really simple picture. There's a background, and you just have like the sand and the sandy hills, like the desert area, and then some mountains or cliffs or whatever you want to call them. And like 2 cactus trees, that's it. And there you see me trying to make a moon. I was like, wait, what am I doing? Like, that does not look like a moon. So I painted over it, and then I was just waiting for it to dry. And then I made some stars, and, you know, I was like, at this point, I was like, forget the moon, I'm gonna make my stars. So I took some acrylic paint, I added water in it, you know, made it super liquidy, and then I took my brush and I just flicked on some stars. That is the best way to add stars, and they look natural in that way, instead of you drawing tiny little stars and stuff, you know. So yeah, I love this. Oh my god, I'm like too serious today. Okay, yeah. So again, I tried to make a moon, and then I'm like, do I need a moon? First I was like, okay, let me just make a circle. Then I'm like, no, this is my drawing, it's my painting, it's my style. I can make a moon however I want to make it. So that is my moon. I was like, I don't care if it doesn't look like a moon, it's my moon. And then I added some highlights as well with my white gel pen, and now, what? Yeah. So my camera ran. So my camera ran out of the space. So I had to add my video there. But you guys will see the finals of all of them at the end. So don't worry, you guys will see the finals. And so this is my third video. Also, I didn't want to make the video too long because I have 4 different, art pieces that I want to put into this one video. So I just didn't want everything to get long. So it's like super fast. It's going from one to another. So yeah, but don't worry, you guys will see all of them at the end. And as you guys can tell, I hope that this is a beach scene. I've got the beach, the water, the sky, and to differentiate the water from the sky, I added a bit of a green shade into the water, and I made the water blue darker. The sky is like really light, but I think it looks really natural that way too. So yeah, you can see me trying to color in my umbrella and messing it up. Again, at this point I was like super tired. I was like, I don't know. You'll see in a bit. So like, yeah, I made the background pretty good, but everything else was just like, I am tired, I cannot. And I have a beach chair as well. So when I sketched that out, it looked really nice, but then like, cause I sketched it with a color pencil because I didn't want it to show after I put the paint on it. Because if you use a pencil, it'll still show even if you have the color and paint and everything on it, which sucks. So I used a colored pencil, and well, the paint went on it and it disappeared. So, and this was the only time, like, I just drew this out of my head and it looked really good. I didn't have it anywhere else and I was lost. I was like, oh crap, what did I do? So even, like, I'm like fighting, trying to figure out how to make the stand, because like, what the heck, that does not look like a chair stand. And I was like, what is happening here? But eventually I gave up. I just started moving on, doing the outlines of everything else because I just couldn't find it. But that's how it is. And then my fourth one is, okay, so like I said, I was tired when I was working on my third one, and this is my fourth one, and I was like, so I changed the sketches so much, and then I let it go. I was like, if I do this, I'm gonna ruin it. So I stopped this last night, and I made this today in the morning, and I obviously changed the sketch again, but this was my final one. I'm like, I don't got time, I have to, because I have to get this published today. I was like, no. So yeah, so it's just me coloring it in. So it's just like a little girl standing there, she has her distorted backpack with her and everything. So yeah, so again, like, because I had the sketch, because I had sketched it so many times with my brown pencil that I just couldn't tell. So I used an actual pencil, but I erased it before I put down the water because I didn't want the marks to stay. So this little girl, she's standing in front of a puddle, and that's her reflection right there that I'm creating. And like, she like dropped her bag and her books, and she's just standing there staring at the puddle because kids love puddles. And just because I wanted her to stand there in front of a puddle, I really, really loved making the water and the reflection in the water. That was like my most favorite part. And that's the reason why I like this painting. So that's Sky Desert one and this one are my favorite. And yeah. So I couldn't figure out what color to make her bag, but I'm like, she's a girl, and she like, little girls, they love pink. I don't know why. I'm a girl, I don't like pink, but for some reason little girls like pink a lot. So I was like, she would probably have a pink backpack and a yellow one because it's bright. So yeah, then I'm just adding a little bit of shading in there, and yeah. Man, I can't, I'm sorry, I just can't stop looking at the reflection in the water. I mean, I know it's not a masterpiece, but I like it. I don't think I've ever done a reflection before. And like during my photography, you know, I love seeing the reflection in the water. If it's like, you know, if I take a picture, oh, trust me, I have a lot of pictures of water. So I just love the reflection and I wanted it to be in here. Now, initially I was thinking of making, or the picture that I had of the background in my head was a really dark gray color, like, you know, of the road that you would see. But I started out with a lighter, with a brown. The brown is not that light, it's a dark, dull shade of brown. So I started using that, and yeah. But at the end you see me going over it with like a black shade just to make it a little bit darker. And then obviously I'm outlining it because it defines everything. It makes it look much better. And it helps you guys see what the heck I'm drawing. Yeah. So I am almost done with this one. But yeah, so like I said, I'm getting many watercolors today, so you guys should look forward to my video for next week, which will be a review of those watercolors, and I will show them, and I might actually just do the opening of them as well, you know. So just look forward to that. And yeah, so just adding the final touches. I made a heart because little girls love heart, and the heart says me because that is a really, you know, what do you want me to say? She just loves herself, that girl right there, too much. And that is the finished product right there. And so here are all of them. That is the window. I love that starry sky. This one I did before I even had the idea of making this video. So yeah, I think they turned out pretty good. You guys can leave your comments and tell me which one you like the best, and thank you guys for watching.